Here's how we ride the fire of April. This is one heck of a month. We start off the month with 7 planets in Aries. At the middle of the month, we have 9 planets in Aries with a new moon in Aries happening. This month wants to move, and it is a 1 year. It is a fire horse year. This is the biggest momentum month of the entire year, the most amount of fire that we're going to experience all year. Here's the cool thing though. We can harness that fire. I know. We can ride that fire. And I want to give you all the tips that I can around how to ride the fire in April. Now, these tips come directly from a workshop that I just facilitated in ReWilding. If you're interested in doing the workshop, you can find the details below. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end, but I want to get into this. All right. Tip number 1 for riding the fire in Aries. Where the fuck are you aiming? We got to just kind of say it like that. Where are you directing the fire? What are you looking at? What are you aiming toward? I said this in a podcast previously. I said, are you aiming toward highest and best? Your greatness? Aiming towards highest and best or lowest and worst? Lowest and worst. But here's the problem. Oftentimes we accidentally, without even knowing it, aim toward lowest and worst. We listen to the wrong news cycle. We scroll through social media. Suddenly we're aimed toward lowest and worst. We talk to somebody who's in crazy fear about the war. We're aiming toward lowest and worst. We don't even know it. We don't even know it. Okay, so tip number 1, aim toward highest and best, genuinely. Aim toward greatness. Now that's pretty obvious, right? And you're like, okay, Sabrina, well, obviously, give me something else that I wouldn't know. All right, here's the next one that you don't know. You're feminine, not your immature feminine, not your half-cooked feminine, not a stage 2 feminine coming out all sideways and slippery. Your wisdom feminine is the antidote to Aries energy. Why? Partially because Venus has already made it through the gauntlet of Aries and she's now in Taurus. Partially because Venus is in her home sign of Taurus. She knows what she wants. She knows what to align with. And she knows it from her body, Taurus. It's embodied. So what is kind of key number 2, secret number 2? The feminine in you is the wisdom keeper. She's holding the keys. How do you access this? Body, feminine, dance, move, gut feels. What is my womb saying? What do I know in my bones? Now, here's something we did in that workshop that you're super welcome to join. Again, links below. We went beyond that surface level feminine because it's not wise, right? We all know the feminine that ain't wise. She's not making good decisions. She's changing her mind every 3 seconds. She's kind of like the adolescent feminine. Nothing wrong with that. We love her. We don't want to make life decisions in April from half-cooked stage 2 feminine. So you want to get to, there's this thing in feminine wisdom practices. When you walk a feminine path far enough, you'll hit the ground of being. The ground of being. It's beneath the projections, the limitations, the human concepts of what sacred feminine is. It's a deeper depth to the feminine. This is like you want to get in your root, you want to get in your core, you want to get in your womb, you want to go to your base chakra, root chakra, you want to get in your bones. That's the kind of place you want to move from. Like bone woman, if you think archetypes, you want to think bone woman, medicine woman, like deep in your body. I know what I know. I know what I know, and I don't need to prove it to anybody, and I don't need to rationalize it to myself, and I don't need a fucking pros and cons list. I know. So that's step number 2. That's the part that we might not be talking about around the traps when it comes to Aries season, is really the feminine's already gone through the gauntlet. She's already gone through Aries. She's already done it. She's done it. She's now sitting in a place of wisdom. Wisdom having been through the rites of passage, through the initiation of Aries. Aries is an initiation. Aries is initiating the sun, that's your conscious self. Mars, Mercury. Aries is going to initiate Saturn for a good long time. Neptune for a good long time. Chiron and Eris are all being initiated by Aries right now. Venus is done. She's already done it. So let me think of something a little bit easier on how you can tap into that. Well, one, just go do the workshop. It's $59. Join for a month if you want. Stay forever if you feel like it. But if you want to tap into that place, it's literally finding feminine practices that are real, that are authentic, that are steeped in the body, and that are grounded in the beingness. They are you want to find ground of being. You want to find ground of being, that depth of feminine wisdom. It's out there. That's the place you want to come from. Maybe you've done some of that work. Lean into that. Lean into that. So then when you tap into that, what opens up, right? You open up, ground of being. What happens is you literally open up to the wisdom of the infinite, all of everything. People talk about divine mind, right? Hive mind, divine mind. You can tap into anything, anytime, anywhere. Okay, this is one doorway to it. But the cool thing about this one doorway to it is that it's steeped in lifing. The feminine is steeped in lifing. She's steeped in form. She's steeped in soul. You think of the feminine soul, you think of the masculine spirit, you think of the feminine form, like the divine in form in the body. You think of the masculine, divine in spirit, divine in formless. Okay, so now you're tapped into ground of being, infinite wisdom. Your roots, your feet, your beingness, your body can all connect into that unlimited wisdom. Unlimited wisdom. But it's the feminine flavor, so it doesn't deny life. It doesn't deny your soul's journey through this body and this life at this time. What the hell does that mean, Sabrina? That means that while you have this massive amount of momentum forward in Aries, because it's going to move us, it doesn't care. It's movement for the sake of movement. It's momentum for the sake of momentum. It doesn't care. While we have this enormous amount of fire coming at us, moving us, this momentum, we are steeped in wisdom of we know what direction to take. We know what is for us. We know what is not for us. We know what doors to walk through, what doors not to walk through. You know, there is a clarity in your bones. Here's the thing though, most of us have been trained to get the clarity in our left brain logical mind, not in deep ground of being. My feminine feet are all the way steeped in the ground of being, and I'm plugged into the infinite, all of everything. Those messages, they come from a deeper, more intuitive place typically. Some people will say words like, that still small voice within. That can be an access point to it for sure. I know what I know. There's this old medicine woman chant that I was given in Australia when I studied there for many, many years. And it was, we know, we know, we know, we know, we know. And it's this wise woman. It activates this ancient knowing in our beings of we know. Bone woman, you just know. You just know there's nothing that you don't know about life. Now all of us can tap into this. Look, if I, coming from my crazy masculine background, right? I was a scientist, microbiologist, chemist. I was all left brain. The feminine had zero value for me when I was growing up. If I can tap into this depth and wisdom of the embodied feminine, so can you. Anybody can. Anybody. And we all know this is not gender-based in any way, shape, or form. We all have that capacity to tap into it. If you want a guided journey into it, or you want to try something new, you maybe don't know how to access that, go try the Bones Workshop, Ride the Fire. It's called Ride the Fire, but you will spend an enormous amount of time going into ground of being and opening up to this wise feminine place of self, this deep feminine place of self. Okay, so then we're not done. As we walked through this April energy, this Ride the Fire, how do we ride this fire? It's a couple other things. So our 2 anchor points. 1 is that ground of being. 2, we talked about this before, our other anchor point is our greatness. So you have 2 anchor points. 1 is the deepest depths, ground of being that we just talked about. Deepest depths. You're in the seat of your soul. You're in your bones. That's the wise feminine. That's Venus already in Taurus. She's already made it through the gauntlet. She knows. She can see. She's got hindsight. Hindsight's 22. She knows. That's where we want to take directive from in April. It's how we know how to make decisions. Yes, no, this person's for me, this person's not for me, this door, this opportunity, yes, no, we know. It's just clear. Sorting process, very discerning, it's the sorting process. She knows. Lean into that. Then there's an enormous amount of energy and fire. It's not going to be all cognizable. It's not even going to be like, let me get this wisdom from the depths of my being. There's going to be a lot that's happening in the energetic realms, and it's happening really fast. That's this month. It's fast. It's furious. It's like raw, pure energy, just movement. So what we want to do is we want to have our other anchor point aimed at our greatness. Aimed at your greatness. Aimed at your greatness. Now think about this. Who is genuinely supportive of your greatness? Genuinely. No matter what that expression of you is. Maybe you turn into a wild sexual beast, and that's part of your greatness. Who really would genuinely support that? Maybe it's that you have to quit your job, you have to lose all of your money, you have to sell your house off, and you have to go live on the land for 3 years because that's part of your greatness. Who's supporting that? I'm giving you they're not crazy examples. It's just whatever's true for us. This month is also about what's true for you. What's true for you? What is true for you? And let it be unique you. You be you. You be you. You be you. So as part of our greatness, it's really feeling into what is the environment that I surround myself with in April? Who do I surround myself with? What do I listen to in April? What do I watch? What do I take in? What environments am I in? What concert do I do or do I not go to? What workshops, what retreats do I do or do I not do? What events, family things, friend hangouts, work things do I surround myself with? Because the more that we surround ourselves with things that genuinely support our greatness, the more that we will be looking at our greatness and the more that momentum and that fire will just automatically push us there. It's happening. You're being pushed no matter what. But where is your attention at? Is your attention at some, shitty, horrible news feed, and then you get stuck in that like horrible fear thing? And then you've just inadvertently, accidentally poured a bunch of life force and a bunch of energy, maybe a whole day ruminating on crap. The fire, it's moving, but is it moving you towards your lowest and worst or your highest and best? And really to think about, what is it that puts me at my highest and best? What is it that puts me at my greatness? What is it that genuinely supports my greatness when I, get this, shake off the roles, break out of the boxes, stop people pleasing, stop compromising for other people, when I am just genuinely, truly me, and I am following exactly what it is that is my greatness. And that might hurt some people's feelings, and they might have to leave my life, and it might change some relationships, and it might cause some judgment in my family, but I am literally here to be a rainbow sheep, right? You're not the black sheep of the family, you're now the rainbow sheep, right? We're all a rainbow sheep. You're a rainbow sheep. Who supports your rainbow sheepness? That's your greatness. That's your greatness. It's your greatness. Another little thing that we spoke about is really sourcing from within. We are esteemed from within. This is what Aries is teaching us. And this is also a way to ride the fire this month instead of getting burnt by it or run over by it, is we are sourced from within. I am self-directed. I am inner-directed. I have an inner compass. That's what I'm listening to. Sure, outside things can help to spark my inner compass. Maybe that workshop where you tap into the deep feminine within yourself, bones. Maybe something else, maybe a conversation with a soul friend, maybe reading something, maybe you're journaling, whatever. Outside things can spark it, but it has to be inner-directed, self-directed, inner compass directed. This is the key. It's the key. It's the key. And then all of this fire, all of this momentum, it literally moves the dial. So it's like you were on this life trajectory, and because you spent more time at the ground of your being, steeped at the ground of your being, 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 because she's doing the sorting process, you know this, you know that, you know what you know, you're steeped, and you're anchored in your two anchor points, ground of being, your other anchor point, your greatness, true north. You're anchored into that. Your timeline changes. Your trajectory changes. April is a timeline skipping month where it's shifting, it's altering, and it's altering really, really fast. It is a month where we put our focus, it is like 10 times more important than a normal month. It's that much momentum forward, and it's going to move us. And if we just give ourselves this month a little more time every day, where we're aiming toward our greatness, where we're surrounding ourselves with practices, with people, with environments, with things that genuinely support our true, full, shining self, you and your greatness, no matter what that is. You are a rainbow sheep in your greatness. Whatever that unique, wild, beautiful, full expression of you is. Find the places, find the people, find the things that support that. And then let that wisdom steeped in the feminine, right? Venus already in Taurus, ground of being, let that wisdom bubble up. I just know this is for me, this is not for me. And it's coming from the body. It's not the mind that we want to lean into. Some months it is the mind. This is not the month that we want to lean into the mind. We don't want to get logical. We don't want to be rational about this because the mind is going off the charts. Mercury is out of control. Mercury is going to be out of control. He's going to get wiped out by Mars. He's going to get wiped out by Saturn. He's going to get wiped out by this fire. The mind is a war zone. Literally, Aries is the war zone. So we can lean into, tap into deeper wisdom. And this is where we make decisions from. This is where we move from. This is where we sit in. This is where we ask questions from. This is also where we go to just rest, to be, to find peace, to find grounding, to find a pace that nourishes and soothes us. Awesome to be here with you. Would love to share that workshop with you. It's available. The best time to do it would be the first part of April so that you can really get the most out of the month, but it is available all of April. You'll find that below. Massive love to you. Would love to see you in the comments. I'm always there hanging out. If you love this, share it with somebody, subscribe. That super helps us. We don't run commercials during our episodes because we fucking love y'all and we want you all to get the best and the most out of these journeys and these podcast episodes. So that sort of helps us. If you just subscribe, send it to anybody. If you feel to. All right. Have an awesome April. Ride that fire. I grew up on a farm and I just see this, we've all got the lasso out and we're actually enjoying this. Riding the fire horse and we are enjoying it. We are enjoying it. Huge love to you.